It says calculate the average value over the interval for this particular sine equation. So in order to calculate the average value, we need to first understand the formula that it's calculating the integral from 1 over b to a from a to b for f of x d of x. So now that we understand that, we've got the intervals here. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to calculate this separately. We're going to calculate this yellow bit first, and if we calculate this yellow bit, we get 1 over pi on 6 plus pi on 3, which gives us 1 over pi on 6 plus 2 pi on 6, which gives us 1 over 3 pi on 6, which is the same as saying 6 on 3 pi, which is 2 on pi. Okay, so now that we've got that first section, let's work on this next section here. So this next section, we'll need to first find the integral of this section here with respect to x. And what we get is, alright, so the antiderivative of 2 sine minus 1 dx, 2 sine 2x minus 1 dx is equal to negative cos 2x minus x, and we're going to evaluate that from negative pi on 3 to pi on 6. And then after that, we can make the substitutions. So we get, let's not forget about this bit. We're going to include that later on. This is going to be negative cos 2 times pi on 6 plus cos 2 times pi on 3. Okay, so we're just going to evaluate that first bit, and that first bit will give us negative cos pi on 3 brackets plus cos negative 2 pi on 3. Alright, and what we're going to do is we're going to evaluate each one of these parts. So since we know that cos pi on 3 is equal to a half, okay, this part here is equal to a half. So that's negative a half plus, and cos negative 2 pi on 3 is equal to negative a half. Okay, so this equals to negative a half minus a half is equal to negative 1. So negative 1 is the cos integral. And then now we're going to evaluate this bit here. Okay, so that's negative pi on 6 minus negative pi on 3. That's equal to pi on 6 plus, sorry, this is positive pi on 6. Because that's already, what have we got? Oh wait, sorry, we need to put the negative back in. And so that's that turns out to be pi on 6 plus pi on 3 is equal to pi on 2. Okay, but since that's a negative, we need to make sure we take that into account, so we'll put the brackets there. That becomes negative pi on 2. Okay, and we combine these two answers and we get negative 1 minus pi on 2 as our antiderivative of that particular part. But don't forget, we've got the 2 on pi that we need to consider. So all this is multiplied by 2 on pi. Okay, and so what we end up getting is negative 2 minus 2 pi over pi Okay, sorry, let's do this carefully. Okay, so if we multiply the top, we get -2. We multiply the bottom, we get on pi minus -2 pi on 2 pi. Okay, we can combine this by making this equal to 2. This becomes multiplied by 2, that's 4. Okay, this can become now -4 minus 2 pi over 2 pi. Now that I think about it, we should have just cancelled out the factor of 2. So that becomes -2 minus pi over pi. And that's what you get for the answer there. So I didn't need to go the 2 here. So I should have just cancelled out the 2's here and then combined the fraction. So you get that as your average value.